Okay, so our Halloween project is basically to take a photograph of yourself and to turn yourself into a Halloween creature of some sort. And then after you do that, you're going to find a background that goes along with your personality as a character, and you're going to put yourself in that background. Or rather, drag the background into your picture. And that way it won't be a huge file. So taking a picture, if you want to use your computer, you can go click on your desktop, go to Applications, and from Applications, go to the photo booth icon. If you want to put that on your dock, you can, or just double click it and launch it. And that basically turns your computer into a camera. So from there, take your picture. I'm not going to do that, but basically once you have one, all you have to do is drag and drop to your desktop, and it'll be there. I already have that one apparently. So once you have your picture, go ahead and open that picture in Photoshop. And you can really decide to be whoever you want. It doesn't have to be what I'm showing you, but I just wanted to show you in case you want to use it. So I'm going to double click, I'm going to unlock my layer, I'm going to copy my layer just to have two. That way I can mess with this one and I don't have to worry about destroying it. And from there I'm going to play around with a filter that's called Liquify. If you go up here in the menu bar to Filter and then go to Liquify, and that opens up a kind of a new little desktop area, and it has its own tools here on this side. It has its own brush and brush pressure. The brush controls on this version of Photoshop are a little touchy. I've had better luck typing in a number than trying to use the slider, because really quickly you end up with a huge brush, which isn't very useful. I'm not quite sure what they're doing with that, but I would just leave it at 100, or maybe if you want a smaller brush, go to 50. And the very first top tool over on the left side is the forward warp. That's the one where you can stretch your features.
No.
So if you want to make yourself a troll or something, I don't know, you want a pointy chin, you want to be a witch, you want to bend your nose, you want to give yourself elf ears. Can't really see my ears very well on this picture, but if you can and you want to do that, that's the one for it. Now the next one puts back, so if you don't like what you've done, but you like some of what you've done, but you don't necessarily like the last thing you did, you can go back over with this brush. It's kind of slow, but it does work. Or the fast way to just go back to your original picture is to just say restore all, and that puts you back. Pucker and bloat are fun. Pucker does just what it sounds like. It makes your features small. And bloat makes your features big. Or you could do your eyes if you want to be like an alien or an anime character. Okay, so do you have to warp yourself in this way? No, you don't. It's just an option if you want to give it a shot. The push left tool, I don't like that one very much, but you can play around with it. I think it's a little hard to control. It kind of lets you move things around. And then if you hold Option, or wait, it used to. Now it doesn't seem like it goes the other direction now. It used to let you do Option Shift to switch direction. Or maybe it does. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, now I look very hideous. So after that, when you're done and you like what you've done, then you're going to say, okay. I'm saying cancel since I haven't done anything to myself. If you want to use color replacement brush, you can do that, and you can make yourself colors, right? So just like we did the zebras, you could go in and make yourself devilish, or you could be an alien, something like that. You can, of course, combine things from the internet. I'm not actually going to make one this year, but in the past I made myself an alien and I used antennae from a snail, which kind of, I'll see if I can find the finished one. They came out kind of silly, crazy, but you know, that could be an option for you. Another thing,
What size is that?
8 by 10 is good, or 10 by 8 maybe, since you want a background. And so that's you know, basically the warping part. So here's another technique. If you go into the handout folder and then go into semester 1 and go into high-res textures, there's a lot of textures that you could play around with using. The one that I've used in the past and that I think looks pretty good is birch bark. And so I'm going to go ahead and grab that one, and I'm going to open it in Photoshop by dragging it to the Photoshop icon. Then I'm going to drag it into my picture, and I'm going to make it small. I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to make it so that it's big enough to cover my features. Okay, so then size that texture and place it on your picture. And check out the different blending modes. Blending modes are in your layer panel where it says normal. So the one, you know, darken is going to give me a look. The one I kind of like is color burn. It's kind of bloody looking. Linear burn, it's pretty dark. You can really just experiment with different ones and see if there's one that you like. You could also color adjust. Like I could use this soft light and I could do image, adjustment, color balance, and I could redden things. Notice how everything got kind of red now. And then I'm going to put a mask on that. So then we're going to put a mask on it, and you can get rid of all the parts you don't need, just like with that pear baby we did a while ago. So I'm going to use a black normal brush, and I'll start out with my opacity at 100, and I'll make the brush pretty big until I remove all the parts I know I don't need. And then after that, I switch to probably a soft, smaller brush, lower opacity, and you just want to blend in those effects and then take them off wherever it doesn't make sense to have them. So, you know, you probably wouldn't want the effects on the teeth. You might want to just sort of blend off any area that doesn't make sense, you know, where it's not really wrapping. You might want to show the features like nostrils. So I'm just going to remove from teeth. And remember, with masking, you can go back and forth between white and black. At the end of that, I recommend right-clicking and saying Apply Mask, which is going to get rid of the mask, and that way when you go to cut things out, it won't be, you know, in your way. When you go to put it in your background. So with this project, you know, keep in mind you can get things off the internet. You don't have to be gory. You don't have to be warped. You could be whatever you want. It could be happy and silly or scary. It's up to you.